Alright, how you doing? I don't know whether I said that a bit early. I say it and then it says that a second's gone, but does it take longer to say alright than a second? I don't know. Fucked it up already. Who gives a shit? Let's start. Yeah, as I said, you know, I've been to Bournemouth, this, that and the other. Great time, bloody fantastic. Can't wait to go away again. Let me just say that. I'm planning it right now. Just want to spend as much time as I can with this woman. Building it back up. Into something magical. That's what I'm going to do. But when I went to Bournemouth, it was fucking great, man. I wish I was back there now. Honest to God, it was amazing. It was incredible. I've never been so goddamn happy. But there was just a few things, man, that was just really weird there. Like, I don't know. There was just something about the place that was just a bit strange. Now, there's probably like 3 things that did my head in. I'd say about 3 things. Right. 1. I held a goddamn door open for a woman. Right. I held a door open. I stood there like a moron and held the door open, only for her to walk past me and not go out the door, even though she saw that I was holding the door for her. Now, if that was me, I'd have said, sorry, I'm not going out, but thanks anyway. She just fucking ignored me. And then we ended up looking round a pissing shop, and I tell you something now, as soon as that happened, I wasn't buying anything. It could have been the greatest bargain in the world in there, but because of her attitude, I would not buy a thing. Is it hard to say thank you when somebody holds a door, even if you don't use it? No, because I was making that effort for you, and you weren't interested. You weren't interested. All you was bothered about was eating a stick of rock and just being a prick. And that's what you are. You're a rock-eating prick. And I hate you, and I'm never going to go back to your shop again. Alright, it's currently having work done on it. It was getting rebuilt. I hope it bloody collapses and a brick falls on your head and kills you, because I cannot stand you and your bad manners. Now, alongside this pissing shop, there was a pier, right? It's nice when you go away and there's a pier. You want to go on that pier, you want to go on the arcades, you want to check the little rides on it, you want to look at the shops, you want to buy stuff, right? I couldn't wait to walk along this pier. I could not wait, you know, hand in hand with the goddamn love of my life, walking along this pier with the sea there. It was fucking brilliant. It was amazing. But, 1, I had to pay goddamn admission. Well, I think she paid because I didn't have any change. But 60p each. My phone keeps going off. I'm ruining the videos, but it's alright. It just shows you that I'm a popular character. Yeah, 60p each to get onto this pier. Now, you're saying to me now, I can hear you saying, Ryan, don't be a cheap bastard. Don't be a cheap bastard. I'm not a cheap bastard. I'm not a cheap bastard. I paid for the hotel. I'm not a cheap bastard. 60p would have been fine. But the thing is, we paid 60p to do nothing, because the whole pier was shut. Everything on the pier was shut. There was this massive shop on there filled with everything you could think of that you'd want to buy from a beach place, yeah? But it was shut. I'm there trying to open these doors. I've got people coming behind me trying to follow me. Sorry, it's shut. It's bloody shut. There's stuff in front of the doors blocking the doors. The lights are on inside, but I can't bloody get in. I paid 60p to be teased. I paid 60p to be teased. I'm walking along this thing. The most interesting thing that was on that pier was some fishermen that weren't even catching fish, right? And the second most funny thing that happened was there was an old woman in a wheelchair, and I couldn't, because I didn't have my glasses on, because for some reason my glasses are disliked now. I don't know why, so I just keep them off to try and impress you. But yeah, there was some old woman in a not a pushchair, in a wheelchair. She must have had some arthritis or something like that. And literally, I couldn't make out whether it was a man or a woman. And then Lauren started telling me about how in Western or something there was a woman with Down syndrome or some kind of disability, and she bloody their family turned their faces away, turned back, and then she's rolling off the goddamn side of the pier into the water, and because she was strapped into the thing, she bloody drowned. You know what I mean? If that's the best thing that happens on Bournemouth Pier, being told a fucked up story like that, then you know something's wrong, don't you? You know something's wrong. So that was the second thing. Now the third thing, this was the biggest thing that wound me up. It sounds like I didn't have a good time, but I can't stress enough how amazing my time was. It was incredible. It was brilliant. And I want to go back. I want to fucking live there with her. I do. I don't want to be anywhere else in the world. Do you know what I mean? I just want to be with her anywhere, even if it is Bournemouth with funny fuckers everywhere. But the third thing, man, right? I had a bit of a bad stomach. Every now and again, I have a bit of a bad stomach, and I had a bit of a bad stomach, right? I don't know whether it was the Pizza Hut. I didn't even eat that much pizza because of that stupid kid, but I don't know. Basically, I'm there. I want the goddamn toilet, man. I want the goddamn toilet. So we went to this pub where it was supposed to have karaoke, but it bloody didn't. They bloody lied to us just to get us in and make us buy a pint, right? So we're in there. I go to the toilet, right? Obviously, I need to unload. I need to empty my bowels. There's 2 toilets in this one, 2 cubicles. Go in one. No fucking lock on the door, man. The lock has just gone. Go into the other one. The lock has fucking gone. I'm thinking, how can I goddamn have a shit if there's no locks on the door? Right, there's people coming to this toilet every 4 seconds, man. Somebody's going to see it, and I can't handle that. I can't relax. I can't enjoy myself on the toilet, knowing that somebody could come in and see everything hanging out, you know. And then there was another toilet there right at the back of the pub, and I hadn't seen anyone go in it. And I thought, yeah, brilliant. So I went in there, and as soon as I stepped foot in there, I realised why nobody was going in there. It was like a bloody scene from a horror movie, right? Imagine it was like 3 separate rooms, right? The first room, it had the mirrors and the taps, right? None of the taps worked. The taps were covered in black bin bags. What the fuck? All the glasses, not the glasses, the mirrors were shattered. They were smashed. What the fuck, right? Then you carried on. There was like the little place with the urinals. It was these crusty metal urinals all over the wall, stinking. The walls were falling apart. The condom machine was flickering on and off. The lights themselves were flickering on and off. The walls were falling apart. And literally there was just then like 6 stalls, man, that you could go into and do your business. I'm looking, and I checked every door, and guess what? Every door had no fucking lock. Now, I don't know whether this is something that goes on in Bournemouth. I don't know whether they like being watched while they have a shit. I don't know whether there's locks are off the doors so that people aren't having sex or doing crack cocaine in the toilets. I don't know how it works, but it's not very good when you're desperate for the toilet. So I ended up going into the cubicle, which I thought nobody would bother coming into, which was the end one out the way. I figured if somebody wants to go to the toilet, they'll just go to the closest one. So I went to the furthest away one, right? And I had to sit there and have a shit with my foot up the door. Do you know how hard that is? Do you know how hard that is to angle the stuff coming out of your backside when your foot is halfway in the sky on a goddamn door? It was bloody horrible. It was disgusting. It was rough. You know, I mean, I'm kind of boring myself now with my chat, but I just needed to stress these things out to you. And if anybody from Bournemouth watches these videos, just start a campaign. I'll sign it, man. Put locks on the doors. Open the bloody pier or don't charge for it. And make sure people have more courtesy when you hold a door open. I don't know. Sounds like I had a shit time, but honestly, God, it was fucking brilliant. Just a couple of things that we needed to have a chat about. Yeah, that's that. That's that, mate. That's that. I'll stay in a bit then, alright, bloody, still got to get back to Super Nanny, alright, stay in a bit.